Hey, and welcome back to my own Utopia. I am Kayleena, and today I'm going to just sit down, talk to you beautiful people, and enjoy this yummy little tea I have in front of me to keep me nice and warm because I wanted to wear this and show it to you. I have some FOs to show you, but they are going to be in pictures, and one's got to be sewed in, and then I have a whip that I am about to start, so tune in. So welcome back, you guys. I am so excited that you guys are back and everything else like that. I had such a lovely time on my live on Monday. I am really starting. Oh my god. That was very hot. Yeah. You spilt my tea, honey. No, let's not do that again. Okay, we're gonna probably keep a little bit of that in there. So I actually had a lovely time while I'm sitting here trying to clean up a little bit of my tea, my boiling hot water that someone decided to spill. Perks of having a kitten. Are you gonna say hi to everyone? Is that what you're doing? She's rubbing her face against my phone. So before we get into it and start talking, have any more interruptions, let's go ahead and take care of semantics. If you like thank you. Please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and little bell for all for notifications. If you like content like this, then please head on over to my Facebook group, my Instagram, and my TikTok. Everything will be linked down below. Oh, I just forgot the rest of it. My brain. If you're wondering why in the tarnation am I always looking down, is because I have 3 wonderful boys. My oldest one is 9, my middle is 6, and my youngest is 3 years old. My cat won't stop. Oh my god. Come here. So we have some medical issues and some special needs going on. So the only way I'm going to be able to do this is during nap time. So I got them right here on the monitor. Oh my goodness. Oh. It's like, I want my attention, yachts. Huh? Isn't that what it is? Is that what it is? No. You're about to get down. Y'all get a rare treat. And totally making me forget what I'm thinking. Oh my god. Oh, the live. Oh my god, I am so happy that all of y'all got to come and join in on the live. I absolutely love talking to you guys. I love the fact that all of y'all got to come and everything else like that. It was so much fun. Yeah. Was it fun for you? Huh? You are purring. Oh my god, are you a purring? Where are you going? Because if you're going to do this, you need to get on the floor. Or get up there. You can't do this on the table. No, we ain't doing this on the table. I will pause this. I had so much fun talking to you guys, seeing what y'all were doing, everything else like that, and talking about, some of y'all were doing blankets, some of y'all were talking about doing temperature blankets, and some of y'all were talking about y'all were doing garments and stuff like that and everything. So it was so much fun talking to you guys. Oh my god. And then we started, yeah, I know. Was it fun for you too? It was. And then we started talking about medical needs and stuff like that and everything. So if you missed out, go check it out. YouTube has officially put it up with all the comments and everything else like that. All of that, it's in my very last, oh my goodness. I know. You are just like extra talkative today. It was on my very last live that I had. What in the world? Oh my god. You guys know this. She does not do this. I know. It's like, this is new. Oh. What in the world? Oh my god. Okay. So, one thing I'm going to have to pop up is a picture of one of my finished objects. I'm sorry. Excuse the hair. I had to have a shower and everything else like that. And I will go into that in a few minutes. I know. I'll go into that in a few minutes and talk to you guys about what is going to be occurring tomorrow. And one of it is that we get to go see I'm not going to say her name, Dr. S. She is a neurologist, and she's actually been with my son since he was 2 years old when he first got diagnosed with the PMG. So she's been with us for 9 years. Oh my god, 9 years. So I really need to shower and get ready to go so I can go ahead and talk to her, because let's get back to that in a minute. So, a lot of y'all are here for the yarn, so let's go ahead and talk about the projects and the yarn and everything else like that. I know. So, one project I got to finish was a baby blanket, a dress, hat, and booties. I didn't do the hat, I did the bonnet. We'll pop up a picture here. They actually purchased the yarn, gave it to me, and told me to keep the rest, and that's what I did. So I came up with my own design. It is a corner to corner baby blanket. That's not my design, you guys know this. But the baby dress, I did not find, nope, my tee's back there. I did not find a baby dress that was corner to corner, because I wanted the dress and the blanket to all match. And okay, down you go. I wanted the whole outfit. Oh my god! I wanted the whole outfit okay. I wanted the whole outfit to match. I'm keeping this in. Y'all are gonna. Oh, I hope y'all like this. Because there's no way I can do a take two with my family. No, you're not getting up there. So I thoroughly and utterly enjoyed it to the point where I made a second set of white booties. I will be writing out the pattern and everything else like that, and I will be making my future booties that way. It's very simple, very easy to keep a hold of, or to follow the pattern. Basically, there is a YouTube tutorial. I will try to have that link down below, and through that tutorial you can go to her vlog, and she has her own written out pattern. So that's why I'm wanting to like screenshot, print it out, or sit there and write it out and everything else like that. She did a fantastic job. I absolutely loved it. And then the bonnet, kind of didn't like. I liked creating it. My only issue is that I feel like the side of the bonnet was way too long, or yeah, basically too long. It should have been shorter for a newborn. And that was a YouTube tutorial as well. She did not specify saying what size it was for. She just, don't do it. She just said that it was a an old pattern. Vintage, that's the word. And it was like starting with a V. She said it was a vintage pattern. So I'm like, okay, but you didn't say if it was newborn, 0 to 6 months, what exactly it was, or anything else like that. So, I know. You just wanting all kinds of attention today. You are being a typical 1-year-old. I know. Just tell me about it, my love. but I am so thrilled. I will be making a second set so I can go ahead and have it set up and ready to go to be put up for sale. No, you're not getting on the table. Let's see, I have not touched the hat for the tutorial that I'm going to be doing, but I have went ahead and started the blanket. I went ahead and did the foundation for the blanket. It's by Bonnie Bay. It's, I can't think of the name of it. I'll probably have it written down. But my, one of our friends, I had him for Christmas, so I am making it now. I am making it in green. I can't get it now because, but I'm making it in green, and then I have a cream color yarn that was his grandmother's, so I'm using that to put into the blanket as well. So it will be a sentimental value as well. So he loves Celtic work and everything else like that. He loves cables and everything, so I will, that's being made for him. That's like actually the very first thing that will be made for him. That's one of my whips. The other thing is, no, okay, down we go. Oh, no, nope, I love you too. Oh my god, black cats. No, go play with Cirilla. Okay, so I did a bowl cozy. I actually like the way that they did the double at the bottom. So basically you make 2 circles. The first one you sew on. The second one you just basically keep on continuing. This is a single crochet all the way around. But when I got to a certain point, it was a written pattern as well. When I got to a certain point, it was just, it was like you single crochet until you got to the center, and then you started doing 3, and I was like, no, the way the pattern looks is it's supposed to have points, the 4 points where you're supposed to put and bring it in, and I'm like, that's not right. And everything was lining up, all my stitches were the right number, everything else like that. So I just basically said bump it. The last 2 to 3 rows, I said bump it, and I just basically single crocheted to the corner of what it looked like the corner, and I did single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. Did the same thing, same thing. And then when I got back to the center over here in between the chain, I did the single crochet, chain, single crochet, all in the same. So that's how I got the points. If you've ever been to Walmart, you see the big bowls that are really cheap. We have those because, one, they're plastic. The boys drop them all the time. We drop them all the time. We use them for microwaving vegetables, mixing things that we can hand to the boys to teach them how to cook. So also too, my oldest, the one with the muscle problem and everything else like that, and with his PMG, he eats like 2 of these bowls full of food, like spaghetti, tuna salad, things like that. I'm not joking, like he eats that much. So, or a special dish or a special something that he really, really loves, like taco salad. We had tacos last night, and if we had enough and he wanted to warm it up, I can sit there and put it in. So this is one of the reasons, is the pattern what I didn't like. For 2 to 3 rows, it kept messing up, wanting to do it right here instead of here. 2, I used up a whole skein. This is all I have left, and it still doesn't even go to the top of the bowl, when it was supposed to go to the top of the bowl and flare out so you could pick it up that way. I'm like, I don't like this. It's not even, you know what I mean? So I don't recommend the pattern. Just, I don't like, I mean, next time I do it, I like the doubling and goes to right about here, but I think what I would do is I would keep it where it's more form-fitting and goes closer, and probably start doing doubles. doing double crochet so it goes up further, and just start doing the eyelets so it stays in the center and it tightens it up a whole lot better. That way it stays with the bowl a whole lot better, in my opinion. But there's another one I want to try that is a tutorial, and it's like a quick and use 2 strands of cotton yarn. So I'm going to be doing the blue again that I have right here, and I'm going to do 2 of those, or I might do the green I have, or I might do an orange. Ooh, I might do an orange, since that one's going to be probably kept from us and everything else like that. Or if I have a red one, I'll definitely do a red one, because red's his favorite, and most likely he's going to be the one using that. So that's what I've been working on. Whee! So much fun. Speaking of, I think the oldest one is waking up. Okay, so like I said, so that's all I have, to tell you the truth. Not really much. I've been struggling with that bloody thing. So yeah, that's it. So when it comes down to, so if you're here for just the yarn related materials or anything else like that, I am done communicating about that. I am about to start communicating about what's about to occur for special needs and everything else like that. So what is going on with that? We will be going to see Dr. S. Dr. S, like I said just a few minutes ago, is his neurologist. Diagnosed him with PMG, diagnosed him with HME. That is where one side of the left side of his brain, it's literally his left side of his brain, is much bigger than the right side of his brain. I think that's all she's diagnosed him with. She takes care of his seizures, seizure medication, she does his EEGs, CAT scans, things like that. Everything dealing with the brain, part of the brain. So we'll be seeing her first thing in the morning. And I will make sure that I do a video and let you guys know what's going on with that. Anyways, so with him, he has not had a 72-hour EEG in 3 years. I was pregnant the last time we did this, and I was in the hospital because they have to put him into the hospital and put the electrodes in. He has to stay in there for like two days. So that's an ordeal on its own. I know that's coming up. I'm going to ask for that. Go ahead and get that done, because he's got some teeth marks on the inside of his mouth that I asked him about, and he does not even have any knowledge of it. So I'm wondering if he's doing it in the middle of the night, or if he's having seizure activity without realizing, or without us realizing. So that's coming up. He is due for a CAT scan, and the only way to do the CAT scan is to do a put him to sleep. So they literally medically put him to sleep, and they sedate him and everything else like that. Like he's out for the count. And they go ahead and do the CAT scan. And when they do that, I want to go ahead and schedule him getting his blood drawn, so he can go ahead, and what they're going to do with the blood is they're going to take his DNA and they're going to break it down, and they're going to look at every itty bitty inch of his DNA. And so for those that do not know, and they're like completely clueless, or they're curious, whatever it is, a little bit of in-text. So when you look at your DNA, you have an X and a Y chromosome. If you go down even further, that's where so if you make the microscope zoom even further in to that X or Y chromosome, what is happening is you're starting to get raw DNA, and you're going into it. That's when you see the spirals, and then you'll have like the letters and everything. That's what that's going towards. So they're going to be taking every single one of those, and they're going to be looking at them and seeing if the sequence of the DNA is matching up like it's supposed to. And there's millions of them. They're also going to take blood from me and from Mr. Utopia, and if they come across something, they're going to cross match and see if something's going on with anything that they come across. So thank goodness we're going to be having that done. Fair warning though, he literally told me to be warned that we might be getting some information that we weren't looking for. Don't care, I want it. He told us, he said, be warned, you might get more information than what you were assuming you were going to get. Don't care, I want it. We are tired. We are so sick and tired of waiting and guessing and sitting there, and when we come across something, all we're getting is just the remnants of what a disorder actually is, or assuming a disorder is related to another disorder, or sitting there and going, oh, well, this is happening, and take it to the doctor, and doctor sits there and dismisses us or says that we're crazy, or yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Sorry, my husband's voice kind of clicked in on that one. Calls me crazy or psychotic, or it's like basically saying I'm lying about the whole situation, saying that there's no way in tarnation that it's actually real, and that what we are experiencing is not what we're actually experiencing. What we are experiencing it. Whoozah! And then it takes a little while, and then they finally find it when someone finally believes us, or they finally get fed up and sick and tired of even listening to me, and then they finally test him, and they're like, oh, well, yeah, he has this. So that explains XYZ, and they're like, yeah. Oh, so I'm no longer lying? No! Yeah, so that's why I'm like, we're tired of the guessing game. We are so sick of the guessing game. Just give it to us. Give it to, just come on. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I'm doing berry tea. So it's raspberry, rose hips. There was another one. It's like all mixed up in there. I'll think about it. It's so pretty. So good. I don't even need to add sugar, add honey, add anything. It's so good. I'm excited. So this year is going to be a very, unfortunately, medical year. It's going to be a very full year. You guys are going to probably be caught where I can't be doing lives some days or some weeks because of this. Or you guys are going to catch me where I'm going to be in the hospital doing a little bit of a video with the cuteness and things like that and everything. Or I might end up just being so dog tired I don't have nothing to work on because of this year just being that full of a year. It's so good. I need to get some more of this. God, it's so good. So, and we never know. He even told us that we might end up finding out that he's at a higher risk of certain types of cancers. And then we might find out if we are at higher risk of certain types of cancers. And he was like, be prepared for that. And I'm like, okay. Don't care. I want to know. I think it's a good thing to find out. And the reason why I think it's such a good thing to find out is because of the simple fact, if you are at a higher risk, you can scan more often and you can at least catch it sooner. You can catch it in the most earliest stages and you can get rid of this. You can get rid of it and get it taken care of before it becomes too late and intolerable and incapable of being able to be taken care of. So you can take care of it at stage 1 instead of stage 4 when you're about to die. I want that. I know I'm at a higher risk, but unfortunately my disorder is rare. because I have a rare disorder that nobody really knows about or really has any knowledge over, same thing, then when I sit there and say, I'm at a higher risk of colon cancer, I need to be tested, and they look at me as, one, I'm not a white male, two, I'm only 36 years old, I shouldn't be concerned about that. I should be more concerned about breast cancer. And I'm like, but I have XYZ, or the MTHFR gene mutation that correlates. Why are we not looking at this? Anyways, that's what I'm dealing with too. Yay, right? Okay, so my next live, before I go ahead and let you guys go, I know I've been doing a whole lot of talking, but I love talking to you beautiful people. The next live, I am going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about PECs. I call them PECs, or an AAC device. My oldest son will be getting, or we're going to try to see if the insurance will cover him having a AAC device, and how to make PECs. Right now, I'm just jumbling in my head. I'm like, what kind of pictures do I use? I don't know. So I'm struggling with that, and I want to take you guys along with me while I sit there and struggle with, what do I start off with? Where is he at? And everything else like that. He is 9 years old. He is about to start puberty. It can happen any minute. It can happen any minute, and it can happen in a couple of years. But still, I don't want to be blindsided by the concept of it. So now our attention of schooling and caring for him has completely changed to, we need to figure out a way to make him as independent as possible, as self-reliant as possible. Doing what we are doing is not benefiting him in the long run. When a normal child, it would benefit, because eventually they would catch on, they would understand the concept, and they'll be able to move forward, and then you can go ahead and start taking care of those basics, and then take care of them. He can't even dress himself without assistance. That's as broad as I'm going. When yet you can take a 2-year-old and you can give them clothes and you can tell them, go ahead and go get dressed. Or if you don't, sometimes you don't have to do that. The child's sitting there and he's fighting with you, arguing, fussing, fighting, everything, going, I want to dress myself. Okay, here. So they're already wanting to learn and manipulate the clothes to be able to be put on. He does not physically have the capability of having the strength or coordination to be able to do that. So things like that should have been done at the age of 2, 3, 4 at the max is not even possible. At 9 years old, he should be able to take showers. He should be able to go to the restroom on his own. He should be able to get dressed, get undressed. He should be able to take food that he wants out of the refrigerator, put it into a bowl, put it into the microwave, warm it up, stir it up, and know that it's hot. Get his own utensil, go sit down and eat. I believe a 9-year-old should be capable of doing this. I also believe, I have a 6-year-old that's capable of pouring his own cereal milk. And is capable, and he's starting to understand how to use the microwave. He's having difficulty understanding minutes, and that's fine. That's dealing with his dyslexia, and that's no big deal. Because dyslexia can actually mess with time, and his ADHD messes with time blindness as well. So I know people are like, oh, there's two different. No. Yes, time blindness is where you hyper focus and you lose your time, but also too, you can sit there and look at the time and be like, oh, it's this time, when actually in reality it's not. So your brain tricks you. It's actually a little bit piece of it as well. So he's getting to that point. So a 6-year-old is capable of doing this. I believe that he should be as well, but he can't. So my concern is more along the lines of making him as independent as possible. Yes, I do want to teach him school. I want to keep getting him along the lines of that. But in my opinion, he's not progressing. So if he's not progressing, why make that the main core of school, when the main core of school should just teach him how to just live and to be a little bit independent and to be himself. That's also why I'm doing the PECs. He cannot communicate to another individual, not even barely inside of the family, without having somebody interpret for him. And I hate that. I hate the fact that at this age he can't even communicate to another individual, even inside this family, without having an interpreter. And the interpreter is me and my husband. I despise that. So I think by having this, when he starts getting a little upset, he can go get his AAC device and he can bring it out and he can have a conversation with people. He can have that one-on-one relationship with individuals that you can't have. He can't straight up just do sign language. To me, I feel like his hands don't work all the time, so he can't do certain signs. And also too, not everybody knows sign language. There's only a select few out there that actually know it, and majority of the time it's only because of the simple fact that they were forced to learn it because they were deaf or because they wanted to. Select few. He's got it all in his head, it's just he can't get it out. Can you imagine that? Sitting there trying to communicate to somebody, trying to talk to the world around you, but they can't understand you? And I'll be a bad mom if I don't think about that. I'm a bad mom if I'm not thinking about a way to help him. So I am. They're waking up. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and until next time, I will see you on Monday. Blessed be.